Morning, everyone. Today we'll be discussing about things about non-traditional machining. So myself, Professor Rahul RB, and along with Professor Girish Atnikar, will be handling this subject for the 6th semester. Okay. The subject code is 18ME 641. Okay. Moving to the content of the syllabus. Okay. The module 1 comes to the introduction to non-traditional machining. Okay. Second module is ultrasonic machining. Here we are going to do the machining operations, okay, with the help of ultrasonic energy, okay, or the light energy. We are going to use for the machining operations. Okay. So next is electrochemical machining. Okay, electrochemical machining. So here in this, you can note down this. The module 3 comes with the electrochemical machinings. Okay, so we are having two kinds of energies, like electrical plus chemical energies are combined for doing the machining operations. Okay, so next here also, next is module 4. Okay, so module 4 is electrical discharge machinings. Okay, so here also we are using electrical energies or the ion energies for doing the machining operations. Okay, so fourth module is laser beam machinings. Okay, all you know the importance of laser. Okay, the laser has been used in the many applications. Okay, for this it is also light energy. Okay, so it is being used for cutting the materials. Okay, so with the help of laser beam, we are going to cut the materials, okay, or do the machining operations. Okay. So in this first chapter, we will be having the introduction to the non-traditional machining. So what is the need of traditional machining? Coming to the module 1. Okay. So introduction to NTM, non-traditional machining. What is the NTM, how it came, and all these things. Brief history of the NTM processes. Need for NTM. Why it is the need of the time. Okay. Why we need to go for the non-traditional machining rather than with the traditional machinings. Okay. So that is the one thing we should know what is the need of going through this process. So next, comparison between traditional and non-traditional machines. Okay, so we are going to give the comparison. Okay, comparison between the traditional and non-traditional machines. Okay, so far in the previous semesters of the fourth sem, okay, you are done with your metal cutting and forming operations and metal cutting and welding operations. Okay, so these all comes under the traditional machining operations. So we are going to discuss about compare about traditional and non-traditional machinings. Okay. So next is general classifications of non-traditional machining processes. Sorry. The general how the NTM processes are being classified according to the kinds of energy used. Okay, we are going to classify the general classifications, and next we are going to classify the NTM processes based on the nature of energy employed. Okay, so we are going to use the different kinds of energies as you've seen. Okay, along with the mechanical energies. Okay, so we are going to use the electrical energy, light energy, chemical energies. Okay, so all these energies are being used to do the machining operations. Okay, so there's a classification based on the nature of energy employed in the machinings. So next bit is selection of non-traditional machining processes. How to select the non-traditional machining processes? On what parameters you have to select the machining processes? In a third section, third bit, okay, specific advantages. Okay, what are the advantages of non-traditional machinings, limitations, and applications of non-traditional machinings? Okay, so this is a very simple chapter, introduction chapter. Okay, so where we'll be coming across these parameters or these bits of studies. Yes. So next, very first, as we have been discussing, okay, so traditional machining, what is this traditional machining? So as you all know, okay, the traditional machining, okay, it is mostly based on the removal of materials. Okay, so you are use the various materials. Okay, the removal of materials using the tools. Okay, so with the help of single point tool or multi-point cutting tools. Okay, we are going to use the tools. Okay, so what we are doing, removal of material. Okay, so this is we are using the mechanical energies. Okay, so the two, how are the tools? The tools are harder than the materials. Okay, so this is our traditional machinings, includes like lathe machine, milling machine, grinding machine, and drilling machines. Okay, where you are going to get the removal of materials in the form of chips. Okay, so this is the traditional machines. Okay, we are going to use all these machine tools. Okay, for doing the getting the product or doing the manufacturing processes. Okay. So this is a traditional machining, or this is also called as a conventional machining also. Okay, traditionals. Okay. So now, what is the point is that as the days are passing on, okay, we are coming with new materials. New materials are coming into the markets. Okay, so with greatly improved in the chemical properties, mechanical properties, and thermal properties. Okay, with these improved properties of the materials will lead for the non-machining processes. Okay, they are which are very impossible to machine these materials by using the traditional machining processes. Okay, to overcome this problem, okay, to machine this machining of novel materials, okay, new materials, okay, which is not possible with the traditional machinings. Okay, to overcome this problem of machining processes of new materials. Okay, so we are going with the new methods of machining processes that are called as non-conventional methods. Okay, or non-traditional methods of machining. Okay. See the third point. Okay, the traditional machining methods are ineffective. Okay, so ineffective, they are not able to perform the machining operations for the newly created materials. Machining of hard materials like ceramics, okay, and we are having composites also. Okay, or machining under very high tight tolerances. Okay, if you want to machine the materials of high tight tolerances, okay, the traditional machining methods are not feasible one, not economical one. Okay. So we are going with this additional alternative. You can call it as an alternatives for the traditional machining methods to machine the materials, hard materials like ceramics and composites. Okay. So what is the things here to avoid the needs? Okay. the need to avoid the surface damages. Okay, this is also one important point. Okay. So why to go with the non-traditional machines? Okay, the need to avoid surface damages. Okay, so because these are very accuracy parts are required, where the accuracy is required, where surface finish is required. Okay, so which will create these stresses in the materials or the products. Okay, which will lead to the failure of the products as early as possible. Okay, so it will decrease the life of the product. To overcome all these problems of the things, okay, so which is not possible from the traditional machines. Okay, to maintain, reduce stresses, okay, avoid surface damages, maintain good accuracy. Okay. So all these things are cannot be overcome by these traditional methods. Okay. To overcome all these things, we need to go for with the new methods called as non-traditional machining processes. Okay, you can see these examples over here in the figure. So where we use these components, the components are being used in the uh, aerospace and electronical devices. Okay, you can see here aerospace industries and electronics industries. Okay, even other industries also use. So these are the very high specific domains or the fields or the industries which use the components made by the non-traditional machining processes. So you can see these components. There are various components are there. Okay, so which has been shown in the figure that cannot be manufactured with the traditional machining methods, which required more of accuracy, more of good surface finish. Okay. To all these things, only the achieved by the non-traditional methods. So coming to the introduction to the non-traditional machining processes. Okay. So how it, if you see the history of the NTM processes, the scientist merchant, okay, he has gone through the machining of various materials, but machining of composites and semiconductors are not possible with the help of traditional machining processes. Okay, he done the researches, okay, on the manufacturing processes, and later on he developed the new machining processes or new non-traditional machining processes, okay, which are more feasible one, economical one, also more reliable to the field. Okay, so coming to the introduction, coming to the saying to the definition of non-traditional machining processes or the manufacturing processes, it is defined as, okay, you can see here. So it is defined as a group of processes. Okay, so keyword, it's containing a machine processes. NTM contains a group of processes. Okay, not a single one processes. It contains a group of processes that removes excess materials. Okay, removes the excess materials by various techniques. We are having various techniques. Okay, so there are different techniques are being used. Okay, so that techniques, pressure techniques are there, etchant chemical techniques are there. So all these techniques are being used. So that techniques involves what? It may be of mechanical techniques, thermal techniques, or the mechanical energies, electrical energies, or chemical energies are being used. Okay. So all these things, the mechanical comes here, abrasive jet machinings. Okay. Then we are going to use the abrasives. Okay. You have been studied abrasives. We are going to use the abrasive slurries. So it all comes under these things. Okay, we are going to, in a traditional things, we are going to use the only mechanical energy is being used. Okay, not the other things. Thermal energy, electrical energies are not. Okay. So in a traditional machining, it's a 90% purely of mechanical energy is being used. Okay. See here, various techniques involving the mechanical, thermal energy, electrical energy, or chemical energy, or combinations of these energies. Okay, we can have a combinations of these things, either of electrical plus chemical, electrochemical energies. Okay, so electrical discharge machinings, electrical plus thermal energies. Okay, so the combinations may be used for removing of materials. Okay, combinations of these energies, but do not use. Okay, it will not use a sharp cutting tool. Okay, as in the case of traditional machinings. Okay, if you want to remove the material, you will be using a sharp cutting tool. Either it may be of single point cutting tool or multi-point cutting tools. Okay. So here in this case, we are not using, most of the processors will not use the sharp cutting tools. Okay. So as it needs to be used in the for traditional manufacturing processes. Okay. So this is the definitions of non-traditional manufacturing processes or machining processes. Okay. So now coming to next over here. Okay. So non-traditional machinings. Okay. So non-traditional machining is also called as, okay, it is also called as advanced manufacturing processes. In advanced manufacturing processes, nowadays the things are manufactured with these things. Okay, we are having smart materials. Okay, we are having composites. The people are working on composites. New materials, novel materials are being introduced day by day. Okay, so these, for those materials, this non-traditional machining processes are very feasible to adopt. Therefore, the non-traditional machining processes is also called as advanced manufacturing processes. Okay. So where it is used, okay, the NTM is being employed. Okay, it is used where the traditional machining processes are not feasible, are not feasible, okay, or not usable, or not satisfactory, or not economical due to the special reasons as outlined below. Okay. So these are the reasons which makes the non-usages of non-traditional traditional machining processes. Okay. So what are those reasons? Okay. Very hard, fragile materials. Okay. So which are very hard but easily broken up, easily broken materials. Okay, so difficult to clamp on traditional machinings. Okay, so such materials cannot be done on traditional machinings. Okay, we need to go for with the non-traditional machinings. So second reason or the second condition is that when the workpiece is too flexible, okay, when the workpiece is too flexible or slender, okay, which is in light in construction, it is very thin, in that case we need to go for the non-traditional machines. Next is when the shape of the part is too complex. Okay, when you are doing a machining processes, the part or the aesthetic nature is too complex. Okay, the complex in the machining processes, in that time we need to go for the non-traditional machining processes. So next, coming to the next aspect, the need for development of non-conventional processes. Okay. So this is also called as non-conventional processes. Okay, non-conventional processes, non-traditional processes, advanced processes, So all are one and the same. Okay, so it is non-traditional machines. Okay, so very first reason is that the technologically advanced industries like aerospace, nuclear power, water fabrications. Okay, so these required in very traditional, non-traditional machining processes. Okay, and in these sectors, increasing use of high strength, temperature resistant alloys. Okay, so it is newly developed materials. Okay, it's just TR alloys. Okay, high strength, temperature resistant. Okay, having high strength to weight ratio. Okay, so for such alloys, we need to go for the things like and other difficult to machine materials like titanium. Okay, titanium is also being used. Okay, so it's a very costly materials and it is very difficult to machine. Okay, so it's a non-corrosive, great strength, less weight. Okay, so these are the properties of the materials makes the use of non-traditional machining processes. Okay, even SSTs. Okay, pneumatics, ceramics, and semiconductors. Okay, so these are very difficult to machine with the traditional machining processes. For this reason, we need to go for the non-traditional processes. Okay, it's no longer possible to use the conventional processes to machine these alloys. Okay, so second reason is that the production and processing parts of complicated shapes. Okay, for production and processing of complicated shape is very difficult. Okay, even in HSTR and other machine alloys is very difficult, and it's a time consuming and as well as uneconomical by the conventional methods. To overcome this problem, okay, to overcome this problem, we need to go for the machining of non-traditional machining processes. See, so this is the second reason we discussed. Okay, third reason is that the innovative geometric designs of the products. Okay, so very creative geometric designs of the products. Okay, and the components made of new exotic materials or the novel materials. Okay, with desired tolerances, surface finishes. Okay, which cannot be produced economically by the conventional machining processes. Okay, nowadays the market comes with a new variety of products with innovative, creative designs, geometrical designs. Okay, and their aesthetic looks and all these things, and even the components are made with new novel materials which are having desired tolerances, high surface finish, and good strength to weight ratio. All these things, the materials, and that cannot be the machining of these products or the materials cannot be done with the conventional methods. For these reasons, we need to go for the machining of non-traditional processes. The following examples are provided where the NTM processes are preferred. Okay, for the conventional machining processes. Okay, so intricate shaped blind holes. Okay, example square hole of 15 mm by 15 mm with the depth of 30 mm with a tolerance of 100 microns. Okay, so this cannot be possible with the traditional machinings. For these reasons, this is one example where we need to go for the intricate shapes of the products. Okay, next things. Okay, difficult to machine materials. The example is material is Econel or titanium alloys or carbides, ceramics, composites, HSTR and satellites, etc. Okay, so these are materials which are not easily machined with the help of conventional methods. Okay, so next is low stress grinding. in the normal grinding, we are having very high stresses being produced the product. Okay, to overcome this, okay, we need to go with the non-traditional machinings like electrochemical grinding is preferred as compared with the conventional grindings. Okay, and next is a deep hole with the small hole diameter. Okay, so 1.5 mm hole. Okay, so understand this: a small hole diameter of 1.5 mm hole with the length to depth ratio is 20 mm. Okay, so when we are having a deep hole with a small diameter, in that case the NTM is do an excellent job in this process. Okay, for machining getting this product, NTM does very excellent job getting the products. So next is machining of composites. We are having smart materials. The composites are being considered as the smart materials in the present era. Okay, so the machining of these composites will leads for the greater accuracies, and which are having greater strength, which are being nowadays they are being used in the automobile sectors, aeroplanes, and even in the satellites also. Okay. So we are having different types of composites, MMCs, metal matrix composites. Okay, we are having aluminum matrices. We are having different composites also. So machining of such composites are not easy with the traditional machining processes. So coming to the next is the difference between the conventional and non-conventional machining processes. Okay. We'll be discussing only 3 points in the later we'll discuss. Here in the conventional processes, okay, the cutting tool and workpiece are always in physical contact, okay, with relative motion with each other, okay, which results in friction and tool wear. Okay, so in the cutting conventional processes or traditional processes, the cutting tool as well as workpiece are always in a physical contact with each other and relative with motion with each other. Okay, which results in friction as well as tool wear. Okay. Whereas in the non-traditional machining processes, there is no physical contact between the tool and the workpiece. Okay, very rare cases. Okay, in some NTM processes, the tool wear exists. Okay, so this is one exceptionals. If you see these second differences, okay, the material remold rate is limited by the mechanical properties of work materials. Okay. Here in the machining of conventional processes, we'll see go with the only mechanical properties. Okay, so whereas NTM can machine difficult to cut and hard to cut materials like, okay, it can cut titanium, ceramics, pneumatics, SSTs, composites, and semiconductor materials. Okay, so which are these materials are not possible to machine with the conventional processes. Okay, so this can be machined with the help of non-conventional processes. And third one is high metal remold rate. Here, so very less material is being remold is done. Okay, so these are the some differences of between conventional and non-conventional machining processes. Okay, so hope you understood this concept of traditional machining processes, definition of traditional machining processes, and need of NTM processes, and differences between conventional and non-conventional processes. Hope you understood this concept of this today's lecture. For any queries, feel free to contact me. Okay, thank you one and all for the day.